Good morning, good morning, people. Good morning. Yes, it's just little old me and early bird talk on New York City events, August 5, 2023, and the time is, yes, 5:16 a.m. Oh, yeah, I was up since like around 2 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, fell asleep in my living room. Had a video playing in the background. Yeah, I'm bad about that. And got up early. Fell asleep, woke up. If I go to sleep early, I wake up early too. So I just stayed up and I continued watching the events from yesterday, August 4th. Yes, some melee events. I mean, things are happening so fast, people. Oh, wow. Signs of the time. Well, I hope all you all are doing well. Those people will be coming on and viewing this live stream. Yeah, signs of the times. Um, yeah, I was actually what did I do yesterday? Yeah, I do my morning walks, and yeah, I went somewhere else yesterday. But 2 days ago, I did go to an area where this giveaway took place yesterday. So it's really something. Yeah, Union Square in New York City. It's like a park. Yes. Good morning, viewer. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? Yes. Yeah. Union Square area in Manhattan Island. Um, it's a park. It's a big park, and it covers like from 17th Street to 14th Street. I actually like the area, but only a certain part. It's really something, New York City. New York City has, um, how do you say it? Like, you might go to an area, but there's like a sub area, if I can say it like that. Like within the area, there's a subsection of that area, and you want to avoid. And Union Square is one of those areas where you have those subsection areas that you want to avoid, and that is 14th Street. I avoid 14th Street like the plague. Yeah, but what I like about the area in general, I'm usually coming up from the north, and I take the road heading south, and I like going up to like 17th Street. If I'm heading south, I like 17th Street. They have some fantastic, you know, cute little shops. A lot of coffee shops. I don't drink coffee, but I like those little trends. Some of those little trendy places. They have a bookstore there right on 17th Street. I love it. Yeah, that store opens at a later hour, but if I go to this area, Union Square, it's usually because I'm starting the day later, and um, it's a lot of little trendy stores and shops. So if I don't get up early enough to um, go to where I usually go, then I just head south and do the window shopping, and then I enter the bookstore on 17th, which is the north part of Union Square Park. It has a totally different feel. Um, They also have pet supply store nearby. It used to have a pet supply store right by the bookstore, and it's really interesting. Yeah, they have a lot of it could get confusing that area because you have like the roads that are heading south, from north to south, they converge around this area, and it's so confusing. So let's say you want to take Broadway, well, Broadway intersects other major streets. They crisscross each other. And you might think you are still on Broadway, but you get on 6th Avenue. And 6th Avenue heading south puts you more west. While if you actually stayed on Broadway, you'd be heading more east. And so you you can easily, how everything crisscrosses, it gets totally confusing. But it's a really, but parts of that area, Union Square, it's really a nice, I like it. I like that. Bring my little dogs with me with the stroller. We head south and we just take in the sights and everything. And yeah, I usually have a really good time. And you know what else they have down there at the park, Union Square Park? They have the farmers market. Yeah, I love, yeah. So that's another treat, you know. So when I'm heading south towards Union Square, it's to see the farmers market and the bookstore. Um, yeah, the farmers market is on the west side of that park. It's a narrow, relatively narrow park, Um, yes, from like 17th Street to 14th Street, and then the width of it is about like what's that? Uh, what's that? Fifth and Madison or something? Yeah. But it's a lot goes on in that area. There's also a subway station uh, there, and it's a very controversial subway station. For me, it is. It's always. It seems like always something going on down there. But then, let me show what happened at so you can really get a good picture of what happened yesterday. Let me see here. I'm gonna share my screen. Take me a few moments here. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. So let me press on this here. Okay. So I still sell on. Yeah. Let me just show you. I have it on mute. Yeah. A real cluster. You know what occurred right at this park, Union Square. So I hope I mean, it's the news. It's by, Eyewitness News. Now, yeah, Eyewitness News, Channel 7 Eyewitness News. My growing up here in New York City, born and raised here, was my news channel. Back in the day when I had a television set, with my folks. This was the station of my choice, Channel 7 News. Um, but they changed their style. I mean, the Channel 7 News was a very professional news station. Now, I don't know what. But either way, let me show I just want to let you know who streamed this news footage. I'm just going to play some of it so you can see what I'm talking about. Well, as you see here, people, there's the little window. Let me make it big. Okay. So as you see here, there is a real cluster. You know what? This is an aerial view to the right on what you call New York's finest. And I got a little out of hand. Brother, I don't know. Yeah, this is my city. My fellow New Yorkers. You know, I, you know, I love New York. I'm born and raised here. I love New York. I care about us New Yorkers here. We want visitors, but things are getting kind of out of hand. Well, what happened was, but as you see here, the breaking news: social media influencers giveaway sparks mayhem in Union Square. Yeah, there's an area view, and this is south of Union Square Park. And I avoid, and it's on 14th Street. All those people that cluster there, 14th Street, and I avoid 14th Street. See, when I go down there in Union Square, I go to the north part of the park on 17th Street. Has a completely different feel, completely different feel. Yeah, that's all 14th Street. I've avoided that section, that street for over 40 years. Yes, I don't like it. Even back in the day when I was a teenager, when I just started college and my job, I would hear things. That's where a lot of the well, I have to be careful what words I use. Um, it attracts certain crowds of people. Let me put it that way. And I always avoided that street, but I would have to cross that street to go south, to go to the village. I love the village. Yeah, it was just 2 days ago. Me and my little fur bear babies headed down there, and we went all the way to the village, Greenwich Village and the East Village, and then I came back up, back home. So yeah, it was a very cool day. It was like in the 60s and perfect weather to take my dogs out because it's been getting really humid here. But yes, you have an influencer um, who I never even heard of his name, Kai something. Um, but he goes on social media. He has a very big following. Oh my God, poor guy, look tired. Oh no, my goodness, he looks like he needs medical attention. That dude. And these are people that they're using this bus as a to hold the people who they're going to arrest. You know, yeah. So what? Oops. Let me move my keyboard here. My doggy. Oh, yeah, my doggy's lying right next to me. Yeah. Yeah. So as you see here, you see a whole slew of people, and this person had made an announcement on his social media channel that he was going to do a giveaway, this giveaway. And never heard of this social media person, Kai something. And looks like a young person, looks like someone in their 20s. Oh, let me go fast forward here. That, yeah, so as you can see, the police are in gear here. People were throwing things, really horrible. But yeah, this person on social media who according to the news footage, said that he has over um, was that 20 million followers on his various accounts. That's a lot of people. I think it's at 20 million. But either way, he has a large, over a million. To be on the safe side, he has over 1 million followers on his social media accounts. And the announcement was made on his social media around 1:30 p.m. that he would arrive at Union Square Park, that you see right below, right there, at 4 o'clock around 4 p.m. Well, people started showing up around 1 something once the announcement was made. And he arrived, let's see here. But they show him. Let's try scrolling through here. He came in some really mega-sized vehicle. Let's see here. I'll take me too long to scroll through. But yeah, it came in like those very, very big black cars. I don't know what you call them. Massive size. And he had his entourage inside the vehicle. And he's live streaming while he's inside his vehicle. He had some bodyguards with him. He did exit the vehicle, and his bodyguards, when he's, not in uniform, but they were really big guys. And they got him out of the vehicle, and they showed the video of them climbing up on something to avoid the crowd. Look at this. I mean, this is they're leaving, right now. I mean, it was thicker, the crowd. Let's see here. Yeah, so you just see a lot of things happening, but I said in the beginning. Okay, let's go in the beginning of it. Okay. See what's happening here. This is Union Square. And it was just getting out of hand. And they also show some other footage. Climb up that. That's I think George Washington's statue there. But yeah, I mean, wow, look at that. So I think also over there, because his entourage came in these big black cars. See that they're throwing things at the cops. They will show footage of the car leaving the scene, and they had people. What is that? They show scene of the car leaving. Let's see if I can find it. See, look at that. Look at that. I mean, it looks like a swarm. It doesn't look real. I've never seen anything like this before, this type of crowd. And these are primarily young people who many of them came to get a freebie. And it just got out of hand. I mean, New Yorkers, I mean, we're not using our mind. Again, many of these people are very young, teenagers, maybe in the 20s also. I don't know. I mean, these people. It's like they're looking up to these what they use the term influencer. I've been hearing that term now for maybe the past 2 years. I wouldn't go that far, call them. I mean, this is influencing people's behavior. I think we got to be a little careful about I mean, I've heard of what they call meet and greet, right? Meet and greet and giveaway. This just got out of hand. This could actually, I didn't hear of anybody getting trampled. I did not hear that. Um, oh, someone's being pounded there. What is that? In the center. I don't know. I, I mean, when something get this big, um, people could be reacting to different things. They just go with the flow. Whatever where that energy is going, see people throwing things. So that's not right. Yeah, the south part of this park, 14th Street, Union Square, right there. I avoid like the plague. It just has a bad vibe. Bad vibe. It attracts just chaos. So I avoid this section of the park. In fact, when you get there early in the day before people really the vendors and all that set up, because a lot of there's a farmers market that is to the west side of the park, the strip, the whole strip. But look at this now. You see the cops are all like um, shoulder to shoulder there. And you see that the kids, they all have their cell phones. So it's not like, they're there for a show, it seems. They got their device, their smartphones, videotaping to put on probably share on their social media, right? And so not instigating, to, put on camera. It's a shame. It's sad. I love New York City. I love the city. I love the stores. I love the window shopping and everything. But this, I'm saddened um, at anybody can get hurt. Anybody, and it's primarily men, young males, because the influencer is a young man, and I think they said that he just came back from Asia, and I think they might have given you know um, maybe they gave him something to hand out as like a sample for something that is being promoted. I don't know definitively, but something like that. He did come back from Asia. I mean, it's an American fellow, but he took a trip to Asia, and they showed that on his account, social media account. See the better view of it. Michelle, put it on stop. Yeah, so this what you see there is the south side of the park, and that gazebo is the subway station, Union Square Station, and there's stairs also to that round thing there, the white disc. That's the cover of the subway station down below, and there's stairs, and it just has your early morning. It looks very deserted. Um, I never felt comfortable, but as you see on the far right of the screen, um, it's where they may have the farmers market, and the north side of this park is fantastic. They have breads, cheeses, flowers, veggies, fruit, um, spirits, um, just a lot of we call it arts and crafts. It is a fantastic park. That section. But soon you go where you see that the subway station there, it just has it just attracts a bad element. And yeah, they also do their they have people playing dominoes, chess, things like that. The older adults, and it's peaceful. It could be peaceful, but it just that section though, it just this section here also caters to, like, if they're going to have a demonstration, that's where they go, right there where you see them go, right there. Yeah, I met there once for a demonstration, the Trayvon Martin um, trial, right after the trial, Trayvon Martin. That was in 2014. Trayvon Martin, he's a young 17-year-old. He got killed by George Zimmerman. That incident, and that's where they congregated. But it wasn't anything like this. Wasn't anything like that. This is wow. And I learned about this, what you see here, around 4:30. Yeah, I was at home. Yeah, I got home very early with my dogs. I didn't go down to this area yesterday, but the day before yesterday, I had to go by here. I was hoping that they would have the farmers market set up, but they didn't. It wasn't set up when I arrived, and so I just headed south. The same street that you see here, and I went to the village. Yeah, it's about maybe a 15-minute walk south of there. Where you see the people walk, headed to. This is really unbelievable. Unbelievable, the masses. Yeah, so when I was watching videos, and when I refreshed my screen, that's when they gave a recommendation of this event. So I said, what is this? So I clicked on it, yeah, and it was just happening as it was a live stream of this event. So that was around about 4:30. Yeah, so I watched it live, wondering who this person was, this so-called influencer. And this guy on the right, I mean on the left, the window on the left with the dreads, yeah, he didn't make a lot of sense, like um, like double talk, and it was just really bizarre, really bizarre. But yeah, these are a lot of them are young people, and maybe some of the people are there because, hey, they see a crowd forming, you know. So it could be many things happening at once, but I think that the masses of the people are there because they watch that influencer, and the influencer made with a little an announcement of freebies being given out uh, at 4 o'clock, around 4:30, and just got out of hand. Yeah, I think the reason why I'm showing this, um, well, I do come to this area, to go to 17th Street. Again, this park is a big park, and I go to the north side of this park, and I just start to feel like, what's going on? It's like now people are easily triggered. And when you promise or make someone feel that you're going to give out something to everybody, you know, um, and when they get ugly. There's a song, a calypso song. I think it's calypso. A hungry man is an angry man. You can say the same thing with teens. A hungry teen is an angry teen. They're hungry for these freebies. I think you call it what do you call it? It's some type of for PlayStation. Yeah, Oh, that's the vehicle. Look at that. That's what I was looking for earlier. See that? The influencer might be in that vehicle that you see there. And what people do fall off, okay? That is so dangerous. You saw that. Let me pull it back a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, see that car? Yeah. It is so dangerous what he's doing. But he's trying to get away. I don't see any police officers. But look at that. They want entertainment. They want entertainment. Put that back again. Yeah, they want entertainment. The kids are bored. And if they don't get what they want, and the adults, see that 17th Street, not yet, so he headed north a little bit. See, this is a north, yeah. Yeah, they said 17th Street. Look at that. See that? This is so dangerous. See, there's the vehicle here to the one in the middle. See how they're able to stand up? It's like a hood. We call it what do you call it? Sky window. So you're able to stand up on these cars, and that's what vehicles they're in. These are influences, their entourage, and you promise something, and it got ugly. Yeah, you can't tell somebody you're going to give out something, and again, I never saw this social media person. Over 1 million, I think they actually said 20 million followers. So, but I'm just going to say over 1 million. You have all this subscribers or whatever, viewers, and you're not going to do something that's, you know, edifying. Yeah, it's like this isn't a toy. We can't use our social media abilities or talents and the consequences that could happen. These are consequences that could, people could get hurt. Um, yeah, the person was live streaming inside the vehicle, and it's like it just seemed like they didn't. Maybe I don't know. I want to give the person the benefit of the doubt. They didn't know it was going to get like this. But you can just look on his social media, his live stream, and you could make your own assessment on what he thought. But these are young men. These young men or children. Okay, many of them are what they call juveniles, according to the police. Juveniles. Um, these are tomorrow's adults, and this is what they're doing when they don't get what they want. Their toy, their PlayStation. My goodness, it makes me sad. This makes me sad, people. This makes me very, very sad. Um, people could get hurt. People could die. Again, um, what people do, people should be in control of their own behavior. But this is like what we call like a mob, if we call it a flash mob. Where are your children? When these kids get home, do they tell their folks what they did? Yeah, yeah, someone I saw this footage before, and someone falls falls off. Oh, these okay. Oh, I realized some of these people are standing. It's like a roof, those open roofs, and they're standing. I thought these people were. I thought, okay, yeah, the people on the sides are people on the side, but there's people on the standing up because they have that those window, the sky windows up there, so they have to stand up in the vehicle. That's what's happening here. But someone falls off. They might show that here. They could have, and they didn't get up. One of them, the more than one person falls off, but one of them, let me see. That's the one. You saw that? It's so foolish. They're really moving. Look at that. I think he's going to stop, and then some of them get off. It's so dangerous. Wow. These are our future. These people are our future. And what is it saying? Young men, young males, young males are being guided by these so-called influencers. Yeah, they're off now. The vehicle. Look at that. It's a shame. And it's like they're sabotaging themselves. Some of these influencers that it's like having a tool in their hand, but it becomes a weapon and it hurts people. These young kids, teens or tweens, people in teens and their 20s are misguided. You're going to behave like this because you want to get a freebie. You can't get your own toy. Come on, people. Because, see, it's all about instant gratification. It's all about instant gratification. And you want things now. You don't want to wait. You don't want to get a job and earn it. And then you got these influencers who are promoting a product, and they may get paid to endorse a product. Look at this. Yeah, most of the people here are men, young males. I should say, young males. They're bored out of their wits. Bored. They're not guided. Um, we watch videos, and you get hooked. You get hooked on your devices. Remember, I think it was last year. I went to a store not far from here on 6th Avenue, and it was a supermarket in the 20s area, 20s and on 6th Avenue. And cute little boy, adorable little boy, which I thought he looked like a family member of mine when they were young. And I just saw, oh, how adorable. He was about 5 years old, 5, 6 years old. And they're waiting online. The boy's with his parents. The boy first was right next to right next to me, about a foot away from me. And then a couple of feet in the opposite direction were his folks. And then the boy then walks over to presumably the mom. Oh, look at the car, look at the swan now. Look at that. See that? Boom. Yeah, the little boy goes in the mommy's little belly bag, as I call it, to get out a smartphone. And the mother just discreetly puts it back in, and zips it up again because she didn't want the little, her son or the person that she's taking care of. Um, put the thing, didn't want the boy to take out the phone. Well, that was a no-no. They like that. You see how these kids are acting? The little boy was acting wild. Look at that. He's coming from both directions there. I'm showing the picture. Yeah, so what the boy also was on the oh, I see. Wow. Yeah, so the little boy um started, I witnessed it. I mean, the boy at first was a cute, adorable little boy. Went to get the mommy's cell phone that was in her little belly bag, and the mother, just puts it back in and zips it so the little boy can't get to it. Well, this little boy got rowdy, started screaming, kicking the woman. Mother tried to, pick up the boy to try to soothe him, and she got punched in the face, scratched in the face, started pulling at her hair, pulling, and and then the profanity. It just started escalating, like, and I said something to the boy to to kind of distract him a little bit so he can come to his senses and and mommy can take more control. I mean, that's what I thought was going to happen, but no, the profanity that this little boy said, my mouth dropped. My mouth dropped. Yeah, and then another lady comes, customer at the supermarket, interjects something. It would just the store wouldn't get anybody. No one came to quiet the situation at the supermarket with the little boy. They just no one. And you could feel the tension. You could feel that something really bad is going to happen. Yeah, and when we get outside, because I left the store because I was waiting online. That's why I was there. And so once I got paid for my item and left the store with the mommy and daddy, and the father never said one word. In fact, none of them ever said one word. And they tried to carry the boy. And at one point, the boy was upside down. They had him by the feet. It's kicking and then the people on the street are seeing this, and they see it's a cute little boy and try to soothe him because they just think, oh, the poor little boy, the boy is spat too. The boy spat at the lady that said something in the store. Thank God that little boy didn't spit on me. Yeah, because when that happened inside the store, I said, wow, this I never knew little children that age knew certain language. Uh, Shocked me. I said, wow, this kid is lost. And only because he didn't get access to the mommy's smartphone. Yeah, so people watching social media on their smartphones primarily, these teens, and when they don't get what they want, they get ugly. That's my point. They get ugly. These are tomorrow's leaders. These are tomorrow's, our future. And they're carrying out like this. And it's sad. And I think why I show this, see, 2 days ago, how did it go down? There was some, oh brother. It was something that I saw on social media. Oh, I remember what it was about the migrants. Yeah, sure. I did a video 2 days ago. Um, I did a little snippet and then a live stream about what I showed on the snippet. Yes, I have the upload and then the live stream I did. Two separate things I did regarding the migrants. And the migrants are there are a large number of migrants here in New York City and near where I live. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I have to upload a little snippet video. I was going to upload it before I decided to do this live stream, but it wasn't charged, so I wasn't able to upload. So my phone is charging now. But yeah, I'm gonna upload it because to show you actual what it looks like. Well, I hope this kid is okay. He's a big guy. He looks like he needs help. Does he look like he needs a medical care? There's a backpack. You give him some water or something. He doesn't look well. But either way, yeah, 2 days ago, yeah, these are the signs of the time, people. And it's really ironic that this so-called influencer is going to decide to do the giveaway after this event happened about 2 days ago. Again, it was in allegedly in Brooklyn. Um, that they were attacking pacifiers, the migrants in Brooklyn. And yeah, I'm told that was in Brooklyn when this happened. But they're migrants all here. When I leave, they also congregate by this by Central Park too. And yeah, they're quite at least at the time when I see them, it's early, very early in the morning. Fast forward a little bit. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, the migrants, they, again, I'm not saying that these any of the migrants, no. I mean, I'm just using this as a backdrop. I don't want people to miss. I guess I'm showing this because for me, it's like people are triggered. That's what I'm getting at. And I'm concerned, like, 2 days ago, they were sharing the news footage that that some of the migrants were, they were at the shelter, sitting outside from the shelter, and they were throwing things and assaulting the pacifiers. And when that happened, I I felt afraid, and I seriously started to reconsider. Because many of you know who've been following my lives, my channel for the past year and a half. Yeah, I was to move from my beautiful city. Yeah, these are young. Look at those young people. They're young. They look young. That was a tiny person. Um, I'm sorry. Yeah, I felt afraid. I felt afraid 2 days ago when I the footage about some of the migrants. See, I talked about this, the migrant workers, and I'm going to switch this. I mean, I showed you enough this live stream. Let me stop that. Yeah. So, oh, the sun is coming up now. Yes. Yes, sunrise is probably just coming up. I see it's 6:06 a.m. Yeah, yesterday's sunrise was 5:55. Yes, oh, good morning, sunrise. Yes, good morning. Yeah, this Saturday morning. So yeah, why I saying this with the migrant here, you know, um, people are being triggered. People are maybe it's the weather also because it's hot outside, but people are getting triggered easily, and I feel this is all part of social engineering. Yeah, and I feel that the timing to do a giveaway and then knowing about the migrants in some locations are attacking the residents, the locals. I felt that I wanted to leave. I felt that yeah, I started yeah, 2 days ago I was seriously looking into relocating, and I just felt an urgency to escape. That's how I felt because see, I talked about the migrants before. I talked about what I call the microaggressions. But see, it's escalating now. And so it's no longer microaggressions, but actual attacks by some of these individuals. Some of these individuals, are just seeking a better way of life. You see a lot of women with children. They want a better way of life. And then you also again have the young men, jobless, wanting something new. But see what happens here in New York City, everything is divided up by groups, ethnic groups, racial groups, all this. So these subgroups. And according to what group you belong to, when they reach a certain size in number, what I call microaggressions. They might say things to you. You go to the store and they feel like it's their store now. They have to listen to you, or outright aggressions and assaults. I'm born and raised here in New York City. Yes, good morning, viewer. Good morning. Yes, I'm born and raised here. I love the city. I think it's the best place in the world of cultural things, and I love the window shopping. It's a nice place. But now things are going down. It's the mindset of the people are are getting out of control. They're impulsive. And I think these so called smart devices are triggering some of this behavior, this aggression. Because the, these smart devices are conditioning the people, and especially young people, that they're to get instant gratification. And when they don't get that gratification in a second, they can get ugly. And so you have a generation of young people were who were groomed by their smart devices. I mean, just look in the street. Just look in the street, and you'll see people, young people, walking while texting, and that they can easily cause an accident. They can run into people, bump into people, or get in a car accident. And even the adults. I went in a cabbie. and the cabbie is texting and talking to his uh, significant other, getting in a heated argument. He just heard the lady on the other side of the phone yelling at him. They were in a heated argument, and then I had to say, "Excuse me, I'm, I'm in this cab, and I don't want you arguing." Okay. It turns out so they're not professional anymore. Yeah, there's no professionalism, and this was a grown man, the taxi guy, grown man, maybe in his 40s, 30s, 40s, an immigrant. And so you have different standards of conduct because you're dealing with people from all walks of life, people from all over the world. And they're not, seems like they're not being taught the social customs. You don't do that. You don't text and drive. But either way, anybody could do that. I mean, anyone could fall into that bad behavior or bad habits. Anybody from anywhere. I don't want to just say just people from other countries. People here, born and raised into, can do the same foolishness. But it's a mindset that's being created. It's a mindset that's being created here, and it's not safe. And I wonder, what should I do? What should I do? And so yet 2 days ago, after seeing the news about the migrant workers, the migrants, and they're assaulting the locals now, at least this happened in Brooklyn. And I did hear that video 2 days ago. I did hear that. Where's this going to lead to? I mean, school isn't even. I mean, school is coming up. The school season. People will start to go to school maybe in 2 weeks or 1.5 weeks from now. In some of the universities, some of them start like the mid August or the last week of August. And so what is it going to be like with young people, migrants, men with young men, young teenage migrants looking for work? What's going to happen? It's like, will the students, will the local kids be safe with these migrants? Because see, if they're minors, they have a right to go to school, public school. Are there going to be fights in these schools? Is it going to spill over? I mean, what's going to happen? So I went back on the internet, started getting information about seriously leaving the city. Seriously. I stayed up late that day, 2 days ago, trying to get information about, hey, I think I have to split. Yeah, I was writing my notes, trying to get information, seeing about the bank accounts, because I would have to, this thing about why I would have to transfer money over to these other banks. Yeah, I started panicking. And then I woke up yesterday and I did my little walk early in the morning. And when I came back, I was going to finish looking into about relocating. And then that's when I found the video. Yeah, I found the video. I had a little nap. I had something to eat around 1 p.m., fell asleep, and then I think I awakened around 4 something. And that's when that crowd began in the Union Square, and finding out that they were reacting this way because of a so-called influencer promising freebies. So I started really reevaluate. I said, this is my town. I mean, this is my city. And I said to myself, I mean, I felt sorry for them. I felt sorry for these young people. I said, I really don't want to leave. I mean, it sounds really weird here. I got scared about the migrants. But when I saw this flash crowd event from yesterday on August 4th, I just things started switching in my head. I don't know. I mean, there was another influencer that was saying, yeah, I think it was yesterday also. He was saying, oh, yeah, this other influencer was telling people, oh, people who leave their country, they don't have had bad things to say about people who leave their country. And I think that was affecting me too. I'm not go, if I leave, I'm not leaving to be a migrant worker. I'm retired. I'm retired. I'm not, yeah, I just want a peaceful life. I want to get up, walk my dogs, eat good food, and watch some good videos. And keep it simple. I like cooking my food and enjoying my food. But this melee, you know, I mean, what do you do? I mean, when is it okay to leave a situation? When is it? I mean, um, see, I live near a lot of these things where the workers, I mean, the migrants are. Some of those shelters are right near where I live, a block away, a block away. And I just feel it's just could just happen. Anything, anybody can get triggered. So I don't know how someone could say, oh, if you know, leave to and go to another country, you're a loser. No, sometimes you gotta leave. Sometimes you have to leave a situation. Let's say it's a natural disaster. Remember Hurricane Katrina? Remember that? People that happened in Louisiana. I met someone from there, and he was living now in New York City. He had to leave. His place got demolished. There was no, when you're a young person, you don't really have resources. You lose your apartment. Where are you gonna go? You have this. And maybe some people feel that a whole region and they have to go across the border. So I don't think it's fair to call people who feel like they're forced to leave their country up to say that they're bad people. I don't think I'm a bad person to want to leave a situation. I don't believe in waiting for something to happen. My nature is such that if I see that writing on the wall, I want to leave. I want to leave. So but seeing those the mob, yesterday, that Union Square event, it just I don't know. I just felt I don't want to leave. It's almost like you don't want to leave them behind. They're lost and no guidance. It's like you free yourself, but you leave everybody else behind. And I think that's what I started to feel yesterday. So I stopped looking up information for my possible relocating. Yeah, and when I say relocate, I mean to move abroad. Yeah, I'm not going to say where, but yeah, I was thinking again, moving abroad to a different, not to the same place I was to leave last year, but somewhere else. People, it costs a lot of money to leave. And those migrants that you see, they are being sponsored. Someone is sponsoring them and they bringing them up here in buses. I feel that these events, the thing with the migrant crisis and some of the influences want to do a pronto uh, giveaway. I'm wondering whether this is all part of social engineering and to give readers, to give the authorities reason to use deadly force on these people. That is my concern. Or to pass new restrictions on the public. That's why it's so important, people, to tell your children, tell your teens, tell them about self-control, about, hey, avoiding certain areas, avoid mobs, because your child could be taken in a melee like this. Anything could happen in this melee that happened in Union Square. People could be taken in buses, and who knows what where. People could do things on a pretense to do something else. Because remember the migrants, some of these migrants is a ploy so that they could human traffic people, human traffic for the sex trade. They could kidnap, create an event, kidnap, and then sell them. Hello, people. Hello, people. Anything could happen. Anything. People are sometimes events occur as a cover because something stealth is happening. And because the big melee is going on, people just think, oh, they just got lost in the crowd. And no, some things that I'm hearing on the news or the researchers are sharing information that event happened, and it was just that an event to cover the kidnapping or the use of events like the earthquakes or the tsunamis that occur. And then these people come in and take some of the young people and kidnap them and use them for various activities, people. You better keep your children near you and instruct them when an emergency happens. Instruct them what to do. Anything can happen to these children. Anything. Yeah, so I just felt yesterday when I was watching the footage that I just showed you a moment ago, the melee in Union Square Park, the influencer Kai something uh, had gotten these freebies that he was to hand out, and it got out of hand. We live in an environment when they don't get what they want, Some of these young people, they get ugly. These are tomorrow's future adults, future leaders, and they seem very misguided. Yeah, we got to build for a better tomorrow. In my opinion, this is all part of social engineering. You're exploiting the sensitivities of these people, and I think that's sad. Yeah, I can't think of anything else, people. Yeah, it's going to be in the right now. Okay, it says here that it's about 68 degrees, but it's going to be in the 80s today. So I don't know whether I'll go out today. Yeah, the 80s might be a little bit too hot for me. Yeah, me and my little gang here, my little fur babies, I should say. Yeah, but we're sensitive to the heat. So who knows? Who knows? Yeah, maybe just watch some movies instead. Just kind of stay out of trouble. Yeah. So I thank you again for watching. I see I've been on over an hour. Um, yeah, people, stay safe. Please stay safe. Please teach your children, your young adults. Please give them knowledge and wisdom, knowledge to impart wisdom to avoid these happenings. Okay. I thank you again. And should you like this content and wish to support my channel, this is Spirit Journey channel, and you could PayPal me. And to do so, you just go to my channel, Spirit Journey, and on the top right of the banner of my channel is my PayPal me link. Just click on the link and follow the prompts. Any amount would be greatly appreciated, and I thank you in advance for your beautiful gift. Thank you again. Peace, love, joy, harmony, protection, and wellness be unto you. Until next time, okay, enjoy your day in safety. Bye bye.